Hi, this is Dawn for Walking in the Way, here with a little bit of a rant. I'm walking in one of my favorite places in Ireland. I'm preparing to leave Ireland actually in a little less than a week now, and I will miss it greatly, and came out for a walk today to where some of my very favorite trees in the world are, and brought my camera to take some pictures of them. And I knew when I was getting closer to the spot where I walked back in the forest and under some, I think they're sycamores that are bent down and drooping over the path, I knew something was terribly off. I could feel it. And I walked in the forest, and it had been just decimated, chopped. There were some stacked wood. Of course, I realized that people, that's how they make their livelihood, and this is privately owned land, or perhaps owned by the forestry company. I'm not actually sure, but it was devastating, and I could feel these trees before I even saw it. I could feel the peace that was disrupted and the pain that was present. It was prevalent everywhere in the air. So I walked back through the woods, and I was going to take a video there, but there was someone back there still chopping further down, about half a mile down, and it's just acres of chopped wood. And you know, I love the trees, and so of course that affected me deeply. And so what happened, for me, is it brought up a lot of grief. I've been processing a lot of grief anyway this last month and a half, as I know some of you are, and so that was a challenge. And what it reminded me of is that it was just evidence that we've got to stop doing this. We've got to stop doing this to our world, and we've got to stop doing it to each other. It is not a solution to just chop, 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 take. We've got to give back. We've got to love one another. And I'm watching the American political scene, which I'm actually very not involved in politics, but just observing occasionally. And I'm telling you guys, the way it looks from here is just nuts. And I think it's time for each one of us to take full responsibility and accountability for every single action that we bring to this world. I want to live in an America and in a world that is about freedom and love. Isn't that what our country is about? Freedom, love, honoring for one another, making the world a better place. So today, I'm inviting you and myself to be on this journey, to be the revolution of love we are. And if you don't like what you see, then it's time for you to step up and do what you're able to do in terms of being a love leader, in terms of choosing to speak out where you feel led to do so, in terms of living from your heart and soul, in terms of walking forward, in terms of daring adventures in radiant expansion. And that begins within. That begins with connecting to the core of who you are. In my view, the people who are spouting rhetoric right now and who are talking about building walls or whatever other solution that is based in aggression, rooted in fear, and that fear always emanates from not being connected to the light, life, and love we are at our core. I'll have more to say on this soon. Gotta go. Lots of love. Bye.